Hi girls and boys. I thought today we would put together a homemade old-fashioned chocolate pie. But first we got to make the pie crust, so I'm going to show you how. You are going to need a bowl. I use fork. You can get in there with your hands. You're going to need 2 cups of flour. This is plain flour, by the way, all purpose. You're going to need 2 cups of flour. And you want to mix your dry ingredients together first. Well, I have time right here. Try not to make a mess more. Try not to, the more mess I make. Alright, and you are going to need a half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I think there's probably Kroger brands and stuff. I've just bought this what my family always buy and what I buy, and right on now. This is my 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and my half a teaspoon of salt. Well, I ain't gonna get it like that. I can get it like this. Sorry guys, I'm never ready. I thought I was, but I was not. Alright, that looks good. And then what you're going to need is, you're going to need a half a cup of oil and 3 tablespoons of ice water. And I've got that in the freezer. And you're going to need a pie pan, and we got this. And get this other stuff mixed up here together real good. And then we will add our and I'm just stirring them to mix them real well. And then I'll add our oil and our cold water. Let me get my cold water out here from the freezer. It's definitely cold. It's not been in there in no time. Should look. It's frozen. Well, it should. Oh God, I tell you what, I don't know how you people stand me sometimes. We're gonna get some water. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That is so funny. I think we'll get 3 tablespoons. That's what we're shooting for. Hey Lord. Let me get my oil in there first. Need a half a cup of oil. And there we go. That is, and any kind of oil, now it don't matter, whatever you use. No particular kind. And let's get our 3 tablespoons of ice water in there. Come on now, you're gonna have to come up off of. Wow. Let's try it this way. That's 1.5. It'll be ice water time. It lays on that ice for a second. Oh yeah, it's already getting cold. I never thought about that. Instead of worrying you all to death. Well, that one's nice. It'll be okay. It will work. Trust me. All right. We're going to try to get this bad boy together here. I just want to stir the far out of it and get it all mixed up good. And this is supposed to, now I've never made this one before. This is a first for me. I found it in a book, and it sounded like it would be a really good recipe. And I thought, well, I'm gonna try that, and I'll find out together if this one is no good or not. So let's. It says that this is enough for 1 9-inch pie crust. So let's make a bowl. That's what it says to do. And I'll be back in a minute, guys. Get out the freezer. Oh, that's not working out as planned either. It says the recipe said to just that the only thing you had to do was put it down in the pie pan and press it in, that you didn't have to roll it out or anything. But I don't want a big old thick crazy crust, so I don't trust my pressing abilities. So I'm gonna roll it out. If this thing ain't no good, we'll all know it, because it don't seem to be doing what it says it'll do, and I don't think the pie pan can withstand that kind of pressing. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I can tell you that much, because I'm putting her in there, and I'm gonna bake it, and we'll see what happens. Boy, it looks terrible, don't it? It says you use a spoon. Well, yeah, that works a lot better. A whole lot better. So, I'm going to get this pressed in here, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys. I got that pressed in there. And it's a little thick in spots, but like I said, it's a new recipe I've never tried before, but it's supposed to be some kind of wonderful, and we'll find out. And I'm going to get me a fork and poke it full of holes, and I've got my oven preheating to 350, and we're going to bake her, and I will show y'all and let y'all know what I think about it, if we think it's any count. And this time, this go around, whether it's any count or not, it's getting a chocolate pie put in it. All right then, thanks guys, we'll be back. Okay, girls and guys, I managed to get 2 pie crusts made out of this, and I've got the oven preheated to 350. Here's the 2 pie crusts, and I'm gonna pop them in the oven and see what happens, and I'll bring you back whenever they're done. They didn't have a time on that recipe for how long to bake them, so just bake them till they're done. So that's what we'll do. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Or not bye-bye, thank you all. Hi guys, I'm going to show you this homemade old-fashioned chocolate pie that we're going to make. And I'm going to make 2 today. I'm going to make one out of regular sugar, and I'm going to make one out of stevia. And the thing that I like about stevia is it's cup for cup, tablespoon for tablespoon. Use it just like regular sugar. But I've not ever had it in anything baked. I've had it in coffee and whatnot, so we're about to find out if that's any count or not. So what you are going to need is, you're going to need 3 egg yolks, and I'm going to save the whites to do me a meringue to go on top of one of the pies. And then you are going to need 2 cups of milk, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 6 tablespoons of flour, and this is plain flour, and the recipe doesn't say, but when this recipe, I grew up with this recipe, nobody used self-rising flour. 1 cup of sugar, and I'm going to use the stevia like I said, and then when it's almost completely done, then you'll add a teaspoon of vanilla and stir it in good, and then we'll get them. We got our pie crusts in the oven. Watch out, baby. But there they are. They're almost done. They look pretty good, and they smell real good. And we're going to get this thing started. Thank you. So, well, I probably should go ahead and show you what I'm doing. I need 6 tablespoons of flour. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And let me get my sugar in there. About 1 cup of sugar. That's the lightest stuff I've ever seen in my life. It don't even, I don't know, it's odd stuff. And we need 2 cups of milk. Let me finish using this one here. And let's see. And that's 1. I'll have to add a little bit out of this other jug. Oh. And that's 2. Get my cocoa powder in there. Need 3 of them. And my egg yolks. Get those. I'm going to do it like this right here. 1. Hope that don't break. It sure looks like it wants to. 2. If it breaks, it's going to mess up my pie and my meringue. And 3. And I only need the egg yolks. So there's 1. That is not wanting to give it up, see? Let me see if I can get it to separate that way. Whoa, well, that ain't gonna hurt it. That's where it's cold. The eggs are cold out of the fridge. Whoa! They've not had a chance to set and warm up any. There it goes. And 3. And then that's still enough to make my meringue, and I'll leave that out, let it get warm. And I need to check on my pie crust real fast. Let me check on them. Yeah, I want them to brown a little bit more. Boy, they smell good. Let me find me a whisk here. And you see, I'm just gonna stir it up and get it going good. And when it starts thickening up, I'll bring you guys back. And I appreciate you. Thank you for bearing with me. We're gonna get these pie crusts out, guys, and see what they look like. They're definitely done. They're cracked good. They smell good. And it's not hard like you'd think it would be, but it's not light and fluffy like they said it'd be either. But as long as it works, it works. We'll find out when we eat them if they're any count. And I wanted to show you guys what I've got going on here. Let me turn this off. This is my double boiler. Now I've always done this. I take my colander and set it down in a big pot and then get your water to boiling. And I've got it on high there. And then that keeps you chocolate pies, lemon pies, whatever kind of pies, any kind of pie. It really goes a long way towards keeping it from burning. And you don't have to just stand here and constantly stir because it's on indirect heat that way. And also too, see how the water is above the colander, so it's around my kettle. I use this for a steamer too, and you make sure that the water is below the colander, and then you lay your vegetables that you want to steam inside that colander, and it'll steam them. You don't have to have all that big special equipment. You can do it with whatever you've got at home. All right, thank you guys, and I'll bring you back when this starts getting thick. It ain't doing nothing yet. Thank you. Hey guys, I wanted to bring you back and let you see it here. It's starting to really thicken up. And it's got a few lumps in it, and I've stirred it. I've not stood right over it because you don't have to when you double boil it like this. But that ain't, I think the lumps might be from that stevia. I'm not sure, but I can tell you this. They're just a few far between. They're little, and it won't matter to nobody. That chocolate pie is going to be good if it tastes good. And I'll bring y'all back here in a few minutes. I want it to get pretty doggone thick. But I want it to get a whole lot thicker. See, it's getting thick. I want it to get a whole lot thicker before I put it in that pie crust. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Right now, our pie filling. I mean, it's thick. I think it's done. And we're going to put it in one of these pie crusts right here. And let it start cooling. Oh, yeah, it's sticking. See, it didn't stick. You can see the bottom of the pan there. It don't do all that when you cook it that way there. Look at that, how thick. You can tell that's thick. And, woo, she's thick. She's getting thicker by the second. That's what we want. I'm going to have to get a spoon, I do believe, to get the rest of it out. Let me get it out of here as best I can. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's how I want my pie. I just hope I didn't overcook it just a dab. But like I said, honey, they ain't nobody gonna turn her down. And it's gonna have meringue over it, so it will be absolutely beautiful. And I'm gonna save this little bit on the spoon so I can taste that stevia pie and see what I think. See if I get burned up right here right fast. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's not as good as regular sugar, but it's, if I was on a restrictive diet, I'd be glad to get it. All right, thanks guys. Hey guys, I wanted to bring you back. I'm working on this second pie here. I'll let you see. It's not thick yet, but I'm working on it. And this pie is solid. And here's my pie crust, and there's the egg whites for the meringue I'm gonna make. And I'm not gonna put a meringue on that because meringue's full of sugar, and I'm not gonna do a stevia meringue. I don't even know if that could work out. That's something I'll try someday. And I forgot to put the vanilla in that pie there, so shh, don't tell them. Yeah, Lordy. We'll be back when we get on that and get ready for that meringue. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, I wanted to show you all these pies. This is the stevia pie. It's real firm as it can be. And this is the other pie that's just regular sugar. And we're gonna put us a piece on the plate here and check out this crust. Well, it's holding together. It held on to the pie, so let me I killed I got a gift, honey. I don't know what's going on with me and meringue, but this is 2 meringues, just real recent that I've had not turned. Well, it's fine now. Well, anyway, there's my pie. I know it's not pretty all the way. I didn't cook it this one as long as I did that one, but it'll still get on the plate and make somebody happy. And I'm gonna try a little bite of it and see what it tastes like since I've got it out here. I hate not to tell y'all what it tastes like because, let's see. I want to try that crust. That crust is flaky, crunchy, and delicious. I'm surprised because it looks so bad, but it is good. That pie's good too. I wish I'd cooked it long enough to get to hold its shape better, but I didn't. But it don't matter, it's delicious. Thanks, guys. Until next time.